Did you know that in 1940, a group of scientists attempted to create a super soldier by injecting a man with a cocktail of drugs, including a potent mix of amphetamines and steroids? This wasn't a scene from a comic book. It was a real-life experiment conducted by the U.S. military during World War II. The goal? To push the limits of human endurance and create the ultimate fighting machine. But what unfolded was a bizarre tale of ambition, ethics, and the unpredictable nature of human behavior. Meet Captain John Jack Thompson, a decorated officer with a penchant for adventure. He was the kind of man who thrived on adrenaline, always seeking the next challenge. When he volunteered for the experiment, he believed he was stepping into the annals of history, ready to become a living legend. Little did he know, he was about to become a cautionary tale. The experiment began in a nondescript lab, hidden away from prying eyes. Scientists, clad in white coats and armed with clipboards, buzzed around like bees in a hive. They were eager to test their concoction, a blend of stimulants designed to enhance physical and mental performance. The first dose was administered and Jack felt an immediate rush. His heart raced, his senses heightened. He was invincible. But as the days turned into weeks, the initial euphoria faded. Jack's body began to betray him. The drugs, while initially invigorating, started to wreak havoc. He experienced hallucinations, paranoia, and an insatiable urge to run. He would sprint for hours, convinced that he was being chased by invisible enemies. The scientists watched in awe and horror, taking notes as Jack spiraled deeper into madness. Meanwhile, the military brass grew impatient. They wanted results, and they wanted them fast. So they decided to escalate the experiment. They increased the dosage, believing that more was better. Jack's transformation was astonishing. He could lift weights that would have crushed a normal man. He could run for miles without breaking a sweat. But at what cost? One fateful night, during a particularly intense session, Jack broke. He burst into the lab, eyes wild, shouting about conspiracies and secret missions. The scientists, taken aback, tried to calm him down, but it was too late. Jack had crossed a line. He was no longer the brave soldier they had recruited. He was a ticking time bomb. The climax of this bizarre saga came when Jack, in a fit of rage, stormed out of the lab and into the night. He ran through the streets, a blur of muscle and madness, until he reached a military base. There, he confronted a group of bewildered soldiers, convinced they were part of a plot against him. The scene was chaotic, a mix of confusion and fear, as Jack's fellow soldiers tried to subdue him. In the end, the military had no choice but to intervene. They sedated Jack and brought him back to the lab, where the scientists were left to pick up the pieces. The experiment was deemed a failure, and the program was shut down. Jack was left with the scars of his experience, both physical and psychological. Years later, as he sat in a quiet cafe, sipping coffee and reflecting on his life, Jack couldn't shake the feeling that he had been a pawn in a game far larger than himself. The experiment had promised glory but delivered chaos. He had become a ghost of the man he once was, haunted by the memories of what could have been. The most bizarre experiment in the history of science wasn't just about the pursuit of power. It was a stark reminder of the fragility of the human mind. In the quest for greatness, we often overlook the very essence of what makes us human. And as Jack stared out the window, watching the world go by, he couldn't help but wonder, was it worth it?